Do you know the term confirmation bias? Have you ever heard that word before? Confirmation bias just means that we like things that confirm what we already think or believe. We like when we read something that reaffirms something that we want to believe or we think we believe. This happens a lot on social media. Someone sees an article that will confirm a political belief or a social belief or a belief in their athletic team. And sometimes they'll share it without fully reading it. Sometimes they'll share it not knowing that it's a satirical article and it's not even true. Sometimes they'll share it and read it or without reading it and not realizing that it's just a joke and it's not true. We want to believe so badly sometimes in some things that we ignore other facts and other evidence because we want to confirm this bias that we have of our own belief. Let me put it another way. I'm a UT Vols fan, and unfortunately over the last several years, the UT Vols have gone through a number of coaching hires for their football team. And every time it's time for another coaching search, you know what I see online and what I hope for is, this is the year that we get John Gruden or Nick Saban or maybe we're going to be able to hire the ghost of Bear Bryant. And I truly believe, we're going to get that great big hire. And so every time I see the little rumors and the articles, that confirms this belief that I really, really want to happen, even though there's not a lot of credibility to those rumors happening. I sure do wish that could happen, but it hasn't so far. So what about how we deal with one another? And how does that confirmation bias, how can that affect us as Christians? Well, I truly believe that most people in general operate with this mindset that they're motivated to do what they believe is good. Now, if you don't have a Christian worldview, if you don't have a worldview that has God at the center of that, then what you believe is good can be kind of scary. But I truly believe that the Christians, at least the Christians I worship with here at Central, I believe that their worldview that includes Jesus as the Son of God who died on the cross to save our sin, I believe that their motivation is to do the right thing all the time, to handle every situation like Jesus would, and to show the love of Christ to other people. But for me, sometimes that in itself can create a bit of confirmation bias. Because I believe wholeheartedly, and I want so wholeheartedly to act like Jesus in every situation. And I believe that I try to do that. And because I believe that, sometimes I take for granted that my intentions don't always equal my actions. I intend to love people like Jesus, but my actions don't follow through with that. And because I believe so deep down that I intend to love everyone, I don't pay attention to my actions. And sometimes my actions, while intending to be loving, can come across as just the opposite. And I believe that's why the psalmist prayed this prayer in Psalm chapter 139, verses 23 and 24. He said, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me. Lead me in the way of understanding." Search my heart, God. You know what my intentions are. But if my actions don't match up, lead me in that way of everlasting. Lead me in that way to where I can show people Jesus, not to where I can just intend to show people Jesus, but where I can actually show people Jesus. This requires a constant revival, a constant renewal of our faith, a constant checking of our actions, walking in love for one another, so that it's not just our intention to love one another, but our actions are actually showing Jesus to everyone we meet. That takes courage. It takes some courage. It takes some guts to be able to say, as much as I intend to do the right thing, sometimes I might fail. And sometimes it takes a look in the mirror and it says, are my actions meeting my intentions? I hope they are. We need to be refreshing ourselves constantly. We need to pray this prayer of the psalmist for God to search our hearts and to lead us away from any grievous actions. That way we can show that love to everyone we meet. I love you all. Have a great day.